And today, South Korean Defense Minister met with Polish Defense Minister Władysław Kosiniak-Kamysz, and they discussed industrial and defense cooperation between the two countries. Now, with us to discuss more is Rafał Wiejak, military expert. Thank you very much for joining us. Good evening.
Good afternoon.
Now, I would like to start with a more general question. How is Poland and South Korea benefiting from the cooperation of their defense industries?
Cooperation with two countries in Poland and Korea, it's not so new. It's nothing new. So 2-3 years ago, the first presentation, very big presentation in Kielce by MSPO expedition. The Korea bringing a lot of the equipment and stuff, very modern and high quality and high technology presented in Kielce, say 3 years ago. Like 4 or 5 years ago, the Korea selling for the Poland a lot of the technology of rockets and missile systems, and this is very together the work with Polish government and Polish private company. It's not from yesterday. It's like 3-4 years. Mm-hmm. Now, 2 years ago, the ex-minister Blaszczak ordered the tanks K2 and the aircraft system in Korea. In the moment when with starting very intensive war in Ukraine. This is the situation for Polish military is simple. We haven't not tanks. We haven't. That's what we buy in the United States, and that's what we have from the Germany. That Leopards and the Abrams now. We need really high modern technology for defense the country, and the K2. This is the alternative for the US tanks and from the Germany tanks from Leopards. This is exactly the same story with heavy artillery. The Polish factory cannot more planning for building for that's what the Polish army need, the heavy artillery for crabs. The technology the technology is from Korea. The crab.
On that note, Rafał, if I may ask you something, because I'm curious. You mentioned obviously this agreement is something relatively new. I mean, we're looking at already 180 K2 tanks. I mean, as you said, the plan is ultimately 1,000. You also said that the Polish government, the previous government, decided on this from South Korea rather than the German tanks, rather than the French tanks. In terms of interoperability, I'm just wondering. I mean, South Korea is not a NATO member state. How does this work in terms of interoperability? If we're looking at tanks and hardware, if we're looking at the Chunmoo rocket artillery, the K9 howitzers. Are these at the same level? Is it easier to integrate them to that NATO standard? Is it the same? Are there challenges? Tell us a little bit about that.
This is very easy, but the standard from Korea is the same standard as the NATO standard. The technology is very high. The Korean industry, military industry, is very modern and very high quality. The question is, are we buying exactly the systems from Korea? Exactly the system for that what we really need. The integration about the missile system, the radar system, the ammunition for the tanks. This is exactly the same system from United States or from Germany or for Polish military. This is the same caliber. This is the same stuff. And integration is very simple. This is that's with the military. The Polish military have no problem about the assimilate integration. All the high moderns items from if you're buying that's in Korea.
All right. Okay. So, I mean, it's about diversification, as you said. If there's no problem on the integration, then that's good news. But also, I mean, it's a huge purchase. I mean, these are various things. If it's from the tanks, etc., and it's flowing one way. I mean, it's obviously really great for South Korea, great for South Korean manufacturers of this. What is the likelihood now? Because I think that one of those things debated today on that meeting between the defense ministers was the future. And I'm just wondering, will there also now be an interest by the South Koreans potentially to also purchase equipment and military equipment from Poland also to go flow the other way? Is that something that's going to come up in future?
I hope so. I hope that's transfer for the technology coming to Polish Polish factories, and we can make a lot of the products here in Poland. This is the best idea for Polish industry, and the transfer technology, and this is the Polonization for the stuff. I hope so. I don't know exactly what we have in the contract. In couloirs, 2 years ago, a lot of the people and experts who I know, and we spoken in exhibition and with military guys, that's end user guys. They're talking about technology is very good. Only is the question what we buying exactly, and what we have at end the day from the transfer the technology here to Poland. This is only good question. I don't know.
Now, I would like to ask you about FA-50, the light fighter jets that Poland bought from South Korea. Now, they have been grounded for months because of the lack of service. Now, how come this is happening? Are they not fit here? I mean, they can't be serviced here in Poland yet, or is it going to change?
I don't know exactly. I hope this change, but the situation is very complicated. We're buying the aircraft from Korea, the jets, and that's what I know. We're having really big problems about the technical support from Korea. I don't know why. Maybe something changed now. And I hope the Prime Minister Kosiniak-Kamysz and the guys from Polish Defense Ministry, they change something in the contract, and I hope soon we can using this aircraft and starting the training system for the Polish pilots, and for secure Polish sky and NATO sky.
All right. One final quick question, Rafał, because we also heard that the ultimate goal here from the defense minister of Poland has said that he would like some of these tanks, or maybe even many of these tanks, the K2s, to be actually produced and manufactured here in Poland. Now, we know that there is going to be some more agreements in future. How quickly do you think this can be? If we're looking back, there was the idea of making, I think from a Korean source and a deputy minister saying that they want Poland to be a hub for this. So what are we looking at here in terms of time scale?
That's what, in my opinion, this is only my opinion, I hope it's not so long. Technical, if we're starting, that's now. I hope it's to do it this now. In 1 year, we can starting elements from the tanks and from the for the K2 elements for here in Poland. I hope so. This is my hope. I don't know exactly. I hope.
Right.
Normality in normality situation, this is 2-3 years, and the production can start in here in Poland for the transfer.
So I guess time will tell.
But I mean, already some very interesting cooperation agreements on the defense front between Poland. I think good for both countries ultimately.
And we'll have more on South Korea later in the program, but right now we're going to take a short break. And Rafał Wiejak, military expert, was our guest. Thank you, sir, very much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Good night.